Saudi Arabia, the growth for the last 5 years, it was really more than 10%. More than 10%. And it will continue close to that figure, maybe less, a little bit less. But most of it will be in Mecca, Medina region, most of it. And secondly, in Riyadh. Riyadh is mostly because it is the capital city, so most commercial movement and financial movement is in Riyadh. And growth in population in Riyadh is more than the population growth in the country itself. That means people are moving to Riyadh. Well, talking about the housing sector in Saudi Arabia, we have pros and cons for the market. I mean, but the good news for the market is there is a high demand, genuine demand. It's unlike other countries where they have demand, but it's a foreign demand. In Saudi Arabia, foreigners cannot buy real estates, except unless you have residency. And if you have residency, you can buy your own home. You cannot invest. So that makes the demand is really, really high, genuine, which is really important for the market, and independent of the international markets. So any crisis happens all over the world, we have nothing to do with it because, I mean, in terms of demand, because the demand is genuine, local, and it has no influence whatsoever from outside the country. We have a young population that really gives us a future demand is secured for the market. The only challenge is how to cover this demand. You cover it by two ways. You can build whatever you want of units, as long as the demand is there, but nobody can buy the unit. So the second thing is affordability. You need to build houses or residential projects that really match the affordability of the demand. This is really important. We have so many real estate developers. They are just building houses and residential units without making attention to the affordability of the people. We cannot do anything about affordability as private sector. We can do cheaper houses, but there is a limit to the quality. We don't want to go down with the quality to earth. No, we want good quality ownership, houses. So the affordability is a government issue. The government has to boost, they have to boost the affordability of citizens, whether by doing better regulations or they don't have to spend money. They just take care of the regulations, make a good trust between the real estate sector, real estate market companies, and the locals. Now, the local citizens, they don't trust. They lost the trust with real estate developers because the real estate developers, most of them, or I would say the market is not really organized. So many people, they come into the market without having any experience in the market, and they just build. They think it's profitable to build. There is a demand. Let's build houses and sell it to the people. So they don't care about the quality. They don't care about their names or goodwill, or they don't care. They are not in the market. So when they lose, they leave the market. But what is in the market is the bad quality residential houses that has been built by so-called real estate developers, while they are not. They're just investors trying to make money out of the market. No one can build or develop real estate unless they are really experts. And the other problem we have, the government is giving loans to the people, the locals, and they build their own houses without an experience. So everyone builds a house in his life and without any experience. And when he has experience, he's done. He doesn't build any other house. That's it. So we don't have the experience. You reduce the quality, and the cost is higher. And when it is only a single house you are building, you lose the opportunity of mass production. When you build in mass, that is less cost. So the market is not really doing well because of these issues. And now we are coming to the mortgage law. Mortgage law, we have been talking about the mortgage law for the last 15 years in Saudi Arabia. The government authorities discussing the mortgage law, and then one of the ministers and the media says mortgage law is very close, and then the Ministry of Finance saying, well, mortgage law is already done, and I can show you those pieces of papers with official announcements that mortgage law is becoming to the market very soon, and it was like 5, 7, 8 years ago. And even now, when the mortgage law is out in the market, it's only on paper. We didn't see it. We didn't see anyone is using it. We as real estate developers, we wanted to create a group that's self-sufficient, that you build the houses, and you need a finance institution to finance your clients to buy your houses. So we had to create a financial institution according to the new mortgage law. And we created this company, a financial company, to finance house buyers. And it has been created and finished, completed in 2007, because they said the mortgage law is very close. And 2008, they announced the mortgage law is going to be in 2008. And then here comes the crisis in the United States. And this crisis in the United States started with the real estate mortgage in the US. So they stopped talking about it in Saudi Arabia. So what happened in the US? We should know what happened, why the crisis was there, what was wrong, and then the rollover started again to discuss the mortgage law. So you are having a company created with staff completely ready to work. So that means you are losing money every year because you are not working. So we dismantled the company. And I'm sure so many people or investors had the same problem at that time. So mortgage law is really very important for affordability of citizens. And if we want really to solve the housing issue in Saudi Arabia. Now we have a housing ministry. They are committed to build 500,000 units, and they've been working for 7 years. And no one single Saudi till today has received a unit.